Hi, I just had Cheetos.
What?
That's all I have to say.
What?
And we have to be really quiet because anonymous friend's mom is trying to go to sleep. So let's all be very quiet. Shh.
Surround sound.
Okay, right. I think I'm gonna start with the question of the day, right? So you have a question of the day. Like every question, there's like a new day.
Okay.
Every
Stop
day,
rambling.
there's a new question. Okay.
Stop rambling.
The question of the day is there really such a thing as a big kid? Because, okay, let's start this out. In in preschool, right? Your mom's like, can't you wait until kindergarten and you'll be a big kid? And then when you get kindergarten, they're like, oh, once you get into the grades, you'll be a big kid. And then, in the grades, they're all like, oh, when you get to 5th grade, it's really tough. You're a big kid then. And then when you're in 5th grade, they're like, oh, it's really hard to get to middle school. You have to be a really big kid. And then middle school, they're like, oh, high school is the biggest thing ever. And then, so you'll be a really big kid. And then in high school, right, they're like, once you go to college, that's the highest you can get. In college, when you get a job, that's like big. You're not in college, you're just learning. So you'd be a big kid. But then my mom calls the people, I'm sure maybe your mom does too, calls the people with the jobs, but they're like young, they're like in their 30s, kids. They'll be like, oh, look at that kid. And I'll be like, where? I don't see a kid. And they're like, kind of tall, brown hair. I'm like, that's like an adult. And she's like, no, it's a kid. Oh, I'm rambling, sorry.
Yes, we are rambling.
So, and then, when you're like 35, you're an adult. So, there's never a big kid. Ever. There's always something higher until you're an adult. And then you're an adult, not a kid.
Sorry.
Okay. So, that's my theory. Any comments? It's always confused me. So, that is question of the day 1. Ooh. I'm sorry. I don't know Spanish. Numero uno. Alright, let's see if that sound is good.